showing you this peach sparkly goodness right here. Obviously you do not have to use the products that I use because these colors are very easily acquired in other palettes. So now I wanted to stop jibber jabbering because I already jibber jabber so much, and let's get into the tutorial. So go ahead and leave any comments or questions down below and let me know what other types of tutorials you would like. And don't forget, I love you guys. Whoop whoop. First step I'm going to do, as always, is prime my eyes with my NYX Shadow Base Primer and then just blend that out. I'm going to be using my Tamana palette, but there's so many other palettes they can use with these same colors, so obviously this is not necessary. There's a bunch of drugstore colors as well that supplement these, but I'm going to be taking Fresh and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. This is just a simple cream color that you can get anywhere. And I'm just going to use my large fluff brush from Sigma and just put that underneath the brow bone. I usually like this brush because it covers a lot of the area, and at the same time it doesn't pack on the color too much. It just kind of diffuses underneath the brow bone because I'm not one where I like a more natural highlight underneath the brow bone. Next, I'll take my tapered blending brush and I'm going to be taking the shade Bangle, and it's just this really nice lively brown. So I'm just going to be working this into my crease, and like I said, it's a really nice lively brown, and just blend that in on both sides. I'm not too careful with this part because I'm going to be blending away anyhow, and these colors blend really nicely. So oh wow. So I wanted to show you a swatch on my hand, but I didn't, and then I had like a little, you know, itch on my face, and look what happened. Whoop, whoop. Now, in order to get that lid color that I had, I took the color Blush and China Rose and I mixed these two. When you get this color, it's extremely pigmented and orangey pink with golden undertones. This one's more of like a champagne light peach. So once I mix these in, these make more of a true like peachy shimmery champagne color. So I just mix those two, and again, just take any peachy champagne that you have and you are good to go. So I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. This does have like a nice pink undertone to it though. It's like peachy, it's more peachy. And then just pack that on. Then I'll just take more of that brown just so that we don't lose that definition of warmth in the crease. Line my eyes with my wing liner brush from Sigma and my Sigma Wicked liner. I love this. It's black and super creamy. I like to line my eyes first, and I'll tell you the reason being why before the glitter. I have like a booger right here. Whoops. So just wing your eye to your preference. Of course, I like wings and I like to pretend I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. So those are all the colors that I use in my eyes. It was super simple. Just the brow bone highlight, that lively brown in this crease, and then that peachy tone on my lid, and just wing your eye or line it however you like. Now onto the fun part. Now I'm using my Kitten Magnificent Metal eyeshadow from Stila, and this is a deluxe sample. I got this in a summer stash bag, and that's the whole reason why I got it, because these let alone I believe are $35, and in that bag it had all sorts of goodies for a really good price. And I know I never go through products like this specifically, but this is one where I would purchase full size once I'm done, surprisingly. But I'll link that down below because they actually still have that summer stash linked up. I'm surprised, but it's a really good deal. But you can get this deluxe sample in there, and I love it. This is what really pulls in the look of that glitter. Now the reason why I like to line my eyes first is because I was playing around with this during the week, the last week, and I noticed that when I put this on first and then I lined my eyes, you had to really be careful on your lash line itself, because the glitters kept going and into my eyeliner and interrupting it, and it was kind of hard to get rid of those glitters on the eyeliner. If you're someone who likes that and you want glitter eyeliner, that's fine, but the glitters just started going everywhere, and I was just like, this is not good. So then the next day, since I was really enjoying the look that I created, I wanted to try out the liner first and then place this tapping this on after, and problem solved. One thing is you can still get glitter on your liner if you tap it. So I find the best way to place this is with your pinky or a very small brush. Very small. Something along the lines of this, which is a small shader inner corner brush. Very small, but it does the job. So I've also used my pinky, so don't think just because if you don't have a small brush like this that you can't use your pinky. let's get real. So I'm going to tap this into the product, and then I'm just going to dab this onto my eye. I don't want to stroke it like an eyeliner, so I'm just going to place this little by little and just tap it so it's more of a glittery effect. And then this is what really gave that shine to the eye. And I'm just going to tap, 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 and I'll show you what I'm going to do after. And when I had the sparkles on, I didn't only keep it on my lid, I brought it a little bit up into my crease so it sparkled all over, and I really liked the effect that it gave. So just going to tap that very lightly and just do it little by little, because then you're just gonna get too much. It's not gonna look like glitter, because this is a foiled eyeshadow, but if you tap it, it can really look like glitter. Okay, so now that I have that on with the brush, what I like to do is take my hand and just tap it even more, because it's weird. I feel like when I tap it with the warmth of my finger, it actually brings out the sparkle even more as opposed to the brush. So just a little tip. You can use it to place the shimmer at first, and then use your finger to really just bring out that sparkle and disperse it all over your lid, and it just warms up the product and it just works better. You are so good. I'll just use my finger this time, and then I'll just tap it on very lightly. Again, just be careful so that you don't get it on your eyeliner, because yeah, it's kind of hard to just keep going over it. I don't know, this product just would not go away. And there you go. Whoop. Now just add some mascara and then your favorite lashes. I'm going to be taking Koko in the style, of course I get mascara there, of course. I'm going to be taking the style Goddess from Koko. Now I'm going to go on to the rest of my face. I'm going to link everything down below, because I'm going to be using my Fit Me foundation, which I have a full review on, and also my Fit Me powder along with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And no, I just have been loving Maybelline and they did not tell me to use these things. First, I'm priming my face with the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. So I'm going to take the foundation and just place some on the back of my hand. Again, I'm in Natural Buff. Once I place the foundation, I'm going to just buffer it into my skin in circular motions, because this is fast drying. But it just evens out my skin. It just covers any type of marks or scarring, and I absolutely love it. Next, I'll just use my concealer in medium, and I've been really enjoying this concealer because it's extremely nice and light, and it hasn't been creasing underneath my eyes at all. I just take my beauty blender dry. And just so you know, for reference, I'm using my Anastasia. Maybe not, I might have just broken everything. I'm using my Anastasia banana powder to set underneath my eyes just to help brighten. Now on to the matte poreless powder. Now that I finished all my foundation and concealer and setting my entire face, I'll link everything down below. I'm going to go on with bronzer. This is MAC's Give Me Sun. It looks a little bit oompa loompa, I know, but I promise you it does not look orange on the face. It's just really nice just to help warm up the complexion. So now that I sun-kissed my skin, I'm going to be using the Galactic bronzer. I just started using this a while ago, maybe like about 4 or 5 months ago, and I really like it. It's a really nice silky bronzer. It's not too powdery, and I like it because it is matte. Handy dandy Ita brush from NARS. I'm going to link it down below. Lots of you have said that you cannot find this, and if you found it, it's more than $55 than what it's worth. It's like $100 people have found this, trust me. It's down there. I'm going to link it down below. If I can't find it, I apologize ahead of time. But I'm just going to take this in the hollows of my cheeks and just contour up. And I love this brush. I've already raved about it, and it's awesome. It just creates that contour so quick. What I love about this brush is you can get right underneath that nose and chisel whatever you want to contour. I don't really contour my nose, only for video's sakes, but whatever. Then I'll kind of just dust everything out with that same powder brush just to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. Now for a blush, I'm just using a really nice pink tone. This is more of a deeper pink, and I love this from the Tarte palette. If you can still find this, get your hands on it. It's an awesome palette. I've been using it and it's been my new obsession. I'm using my large dual fiber brush because it helps just diffuse that blush really nicely on my cheeks and to give me some flush. Now highlighter, which is my favorite part. I love to glow. besides flying with my wings, I love to glow, and I'm going to be using my Stila Duo. Whenever I wear this, I get a lot of compliments, but I tend to not wear it because it seems like I've broken this thing about 20 million times. I hauled this a long time ago, maybe like 9 months ago or so, and everybody was saying, be careful, it breaks easily. You guys, we're not lying. As you can see, I revived it with some alcohol, but I absolutely love this peachy shade. But what I'll do is I'll just tap into both. I'm going to bring that at the tops of my cheekbones, and this gives the most beautiful champagne peach highlight. It's really, really nice, and I highly recommend this. But that highlight though, I don't know, I just feel like this highlight just really complements the peach in the eye, the glitter, just, well, they are both the shade Kitten, so makes sense. Don't forget to add that mascara on those bottom lashes as well. As for lips, I'm going to use my favorite nude, which you can't even see, but is Coquette from Lime Crime. I have a backup, but I just want to make sure I really use this. I'm just going to use a lip brush just to get in there, and I love this nude. I always say this is like the one nude where I'll get compliments from guys, and they'll just say, wow, I really like your lipstick. No, but really, like when a guy compliments your lipstick that's not into obviously makeup, it's pretty big deal, right? It's just one of those beautiful peachy nudes. Oh, I love it. If that's a little bit too nude, I always usually use my pink Tiara Whitening Lining Gloss or Gerard Cosmetics. It's like one of my favorite pinks, and I just place a little, just to give a little bit of color into that nude. And here is a close-up of the eyes so you can really see them and just see how they sparkle. So I really hope you enjoyed this peachy sparkly tutorial. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it, but I absolutely love this Stila Magnificent Metal, and I feel like this is the star of the show. So of course you can use any colors that you have at home, but this is really what makes the look sparkle. It looks really pretty in person, makes the eyes look sparkly but wet at the same time, and just, I don't know, really different than any other glitter. And I just hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, I'm trying to get on my tutorial game, so comment down below any other tutorials you would like me to do. So as always, I'll link everything down below, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys at my next one. Mwah!